All aboard the friendship.
You belong to me.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty poopy out there. Bybit Exchange hacked. What did they steal? They stole the Ethereum. My gosh, man. You could have stolen anything but the ETH. Why'd you steal the ETH? It is what it is, friends, because it's so useful, isn't it? Because Ethereum could be taken out, and then they could swap it and do the things through the wallets, and it is what it is, okay? I have kind of like I'm not going to say bottom signal anymore. We've tried to say bottom signal 15,000 times, but Michael Saylor today, he liked this tweet. Imagine going to all the trouble to hack an exchange just for some Ethereum. Like breaking into Fort Knox and stealing the toilet paper in the bathroom. Interesting type of self-cursing going on there. This is what the ETH BTC chart looks like, and it's just they keep railing on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, but look, you don't have to believe me. You don't even have to trust me. I'm just telling you, once Vitalik stops eating bugs and he tries some sirloin, once he does a few chin-ups, he has a protein shake with your boy, your friend Sommi, they ain't stopping him. It's going to keep going and going and going. It's going to reverse up hard. And you'll see crickets from Michael Chad Saylor, Max Kaiser, BeanieMaxi's friends. I'm not joking. They watch the ETH BTC ratio. They watch it religiously because they knew about Ethereum early on. They just didn't refuse to get in. They're like, no, it's going to be a scam. So they wait for it to go down every single time. I do believe when this thing finally goes, it's going to spring up. By the way, like we're so far down. But just like this is look at this trash. That's still horrible. Ethereum spot ETF was around here, 0.055. Okay, so we literally need we actually need some sort of, that's right, I said we actually need some sort of big bouncy time. We'll wait and see what happens. Now, if you are very nervous about like where we move on from here, well, it still comes down to those same big principles, looking at the macro. And you have old Dicky boyfriends. So the US dollar, the Dixie, is the weekly chart. We needed to keep coming down. So I'll just put on the daily chart to 106.60. We just needed to keep going down. As the US dollar goes down, it acts like an interest rate cut. It acts like stimulus. That's what happens. I also heard some rumors just about people, saying, oh, QE is going to end because of the Fed minutes, and they're all really watching that balance sheet. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, friends. There's a couple of copers and other cope influencers out there. They're saying, Bitcoin's going to like $1,000. Pardon me, not Bitcoin, but more Ethereum out here. So, you have like your Ben Cope and stuff out here. They got like Ethereum going like $1,000 and stuff out here. But like, I want to tell you something about like incentives trends. You got to learn this for markets, yeah? So, Copen, for example, he's making $8 million off subscribers a year. So, he's earning like $700,000 a month from his VIP subs. So, if you do the tally, it's actually like more like $9 million. He's earning $9 million a year from a cohort of people. Now, you listen to the late Charlie Munger, friends. What does he say? Show me the incentives, I'll tell you the outcomes. Okay, so when you receive $700,000 a month from subscribers, yes, you have an incentive to optimize for your reputation. Yes, your risk threshold goes like way low. You can't even take risk on anymore. You don't even know what risk is because you're looking at this pot of money that's coming in. You're like, well, if I take more risk and I piss off more people, that's $700,000, man. 50% of them can just leave. Okay, because you want to stick to like super high win rate stuff. But win rate fans. If you want to win 100% of the time, just go buy government bonds. You're going to get your number to USD to go up every time. So that's what eventually happens. Now, when it comes to these events, if you're earning $8 to $9 million a year, that's the incentive. The incentive is to keep relying on that. Yeah, you're not going to go take a risk. So that's what you eventually land to. Also, shout out to Sommi Fan Token. Putting my face on his head is actually funny. Now, when it comes to these friends, look, even though I show you all about altcoins and how risky they are, here's the thing. your conviction now. It's very high. You're numb to the pain. Yes. There is no world where you avoid altcoins and then in the last minute you rotate in and you make all the money. Doesn't happen. The longer you wait outside of alts, your risk tolerance goes down. You can't get back in. And to tell you something else, no one out there researches all these amazing altcoins with big potential and then doesn't deploy. And they go, well, you know what? I'm really, really, really bullish. I'm going to fade every single piece of good news. No one does that. It's impossible to do that. I mean, even looking at Pulse Chain, if you know there's 250,000 people, 170 content creators, every time it would have gone up, friends, you're like, you know what? I got to get in. I got to get in. I got to get in. Look at the fundamentals and stuff out here. It's cheap. It's still cheap. It's still cheap, right? Because you're comparing, like, for example, Pulse Chain, 700 million market cap, friends, like even less than that, right? 700 million market cap. You know, it's like 30x to Flipkart Anzo. Yeah, you're like, dude, it's so cheap. Like, it shouldn't be here, right? But yet there is no world. You don't get this perfect world where you get to sit on the sidelines and throw it in forever. So in another way to look at this, friends, when you're in the game, yes, you become more numb to the pain. You become more desensitized to the risk and you get more in tune with the market. And also you get to participate and see what's going on. So I hope you're aware of these incentives and stuff out here, right? Oh, just like, friends, well, let's talk about another thing, incentives. Okay. Bybit are giving a lot of money to affiliate link shitters. Yes. And obviously Bybit is one of the casinos. Bybit, $1.4 billion exchange loss. Now, friends, I remember a time when the whole crypto industry used to say, not your keys, not your coins. That came from Andreas Antonopoulos. Not your keys, not your coins. Okay. But now they're not saying that. They're not saying that. All the KOLs, none of the influencers are saying not your keys, not your coins. Why? Why? Because they're shilling Bybit. Why are they shilling Bybit, friends? Carl the Moon made $100 million per month in the Bybit affiliates, okay? So, and that was in 2021, okay? Bybit, tutorial beginners, 2024. They just make a new tutorial every year. He got caught trading on a simulator. So it wasn't even making money trading, made $100 million per month in 2021 peak. So instead of, I guess, all the influencers seeing that and thinking, oh, wow, I better tell my audience to avoid leverage trading because it's getting really popular and I want them to know they're all going to get wrecked, right? Instead of them doing that, they had the dollar signs in their eyes. You know the dollar sign emoji, friends? Ching, 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 ching. They go, wow, I can get everybody scammed and lose money and I can make a lot of money too. That's what everyone thought. Incentives. There is an incentive to throw yourself into the wolves now. And it's true, friends. Like Arthur Hayes, many other exchange insiders, they've not just told us the data and leaked the data. We know the data, man. Every person who opens up a new wallet, yes, there is only 1 out of 100 of them who have a higher account in 12 months. 1. 99 out of 100, after they open the account and they start trading, they either got 0 or less than what they started with. Wow. Wow, but not even really wow, friends. I used to be a day trader. I know the odds. Okay, it's literally 1% of people. It's actually less than that if you check out everybody who comes in, yeah, because you still might be doing okay. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, if you're profitable in 12 months, so if you put $10,000 in your account, if after trading in 12 months, friends, if you just have $12,000 in your account, if you made $2,000, that's what they say. Oh, you're profitable. Yeah, they'll say that, right? Or even if you have $5 up, they go, oh, you're profitable. Okay, so it's really like how many people are actually making it worth? It's way less than 1%. Just to tell you, out of 100 people. So when word got out, every influencer sees the dollar signs, and now they want a piece of the pie. That's why, like, you name them, every single influencer, sign up to Bybit. You can, the trading and like, oh, you do the hedge and the shorting, but oh, who knows? Maybe there's options next. And man, it's finance and stuff out here, right? And like, you can do it if you want. I'm just telling you, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed. You'll get destroyed and you'll get cucked. You will be eaten up and just spat out. So like, I'm not even telling you, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm gonna lose sleep. You go do it if you want. I'm just letting you know you're playing a very, very, very hard to win game. And people who are telling you, come and sign in, they know it's very, very hard. You just get spat out. They don't give a shit. They're making $100 million. Why would they care about you? You're just one of the other voices that are yelling into them, okay? And the more sinister ones You know who they are as well. They hide behind a Bitcoin logo. So they'll put a Bitcoin logo. I have a Bitcoin logo. Don't touch those dirty old coins. So all these, actual scum. They're scum. Because the leverage trading, friends, you got a 1% win rate over 12 months. Whereas spot altcoins, way higher than 1% win rate. Okay, spot altcoins, ignore the JPEGs. Man, of the top stuff, man. Like, if you're in spot altcoin, your win rate's like 80, 90%. Yeah. Okay, but beating Bitcoin and stuff out here, different story. But hey, if US dollar stuff out here, like, yeah, so, and they know that. That's the sad part. So most importantly, friends, you've learned $1.4 billion hack. Don't keep your crypto on exchanges, all right? Self-custody is the key. It's sad. It hurts me. I'm like, dude, you guys used to all be yelling, not your keys, not your coins. You guys used to be saying that. Now, why aren't you saying that? No, because they don't want Bybit reputation to go down because they want all the leverage all the affiliates and stuff out here. I've got some good news though, friends. Jimmy Cramer, not enough time to rally. Too much fear that Monday will open lower. So Jimmy Cramer, Invest Oracle God, is bearish on the stock market. Maybe it does gap up and see stuff out here. Friends, a lot of people as well, you're wondering if is the Solana in exchange cabal, market maker cabal, LA vape cabal, and the prostitute cabal, are they all going to jail? Look, I don't know. I don't know what happens because like in a bull market, I know this is going to sound sad, but a lot of these people get off scot-free. And why is that? It's because a bigger scam comes later on. Like, for example, you know, this scammer who you know all about now, BeanieMaxi. You know BeanieMaxi, friends, up here, which I've already shown you by now. BeanieMaxi, friends, I've made our video. You watched it. So why was he able to steal $10 million from people in 2021 and get away with it? It's because after him, bigger millions of dollars were stolen. You had BlockFi, right? Like $700 million taken from that. You had 3 Arrows Capital, $3 billion gone. Then you had FTX, $16 billion. You see that? That's why. That's why. They go into the big priority, the biggest stuff, just the whatever hits the media first. Because it's sad, but we can only focus on a certain amount of scammers and evil things in the world, and then your brain ranks it and filters it. It is what it is, right? That's another way to look at it. But yeah, there are these scammers, so this guy literally filthy scammer, and then he's basically resharing stuff out here saying that Richard Hart was behind the Bybit hack, which now we know, friends, thanks to the sexiest Hooters waitress, Dr. Hexologist, Hexo spent literally 300 seconds, so 5 minutes. He proved Truth Labs' incorrect assumptions that he's had for 3 years. He proved it wrong. Bro, Truth Labs, you have been calling Richard Hart the Bybit founder, scammer, hacker, insider for 3 years, bro. Hexo proved your thing wrong in 5 minutes. How do you live with yourself, sir? Dr. Hexologist, a very sexy waitress right here proved your on-chain conclusions in 5 minutes wrong. Bro, I'd have a mental breakdown. I've wasted 3 years of my life. This sexy waitress is earning more tips than me, which is understandable, by the way. Look how sexy she is. But Hooters, but she proved my on-chain stuff. Okay, the sexiness, she can't. Okay, Dr. Hexologist, she can't help it. It's the sexiest one. But the on-chain stuff, that's wild. Also, friends, you have you also have, friends, that the issue about are these people going to go to jail? They're just waiting for another bigger scam. So Solana, LA Vape Cabal as well. Maybe like a bigger scam happens later on. You're like, Sommi, how can you get a bigger scam than $110 million rugged? Oh yeah, the bigger scams comes, friends. There's going to be a $1 billion ICO at the top of this bull market. That's why bull market's not over. There was a $4 billion ICO raise in 2018. That was EOS. In 2021, we had $1 billion PulseX and $1 billion of Paradigm. That was in December of 2021. Top signal again. So we haven't even hit that $1 billion raise. And I know that's not a full scam, but like just showing you investor losses and stuff out here, right? To show you how much money actually gets thrown into these. I covered this earlier, but I just got to remind you that OpenSea's NFT product manager, he went to jail for 3 months prison he just made $50,000. He was buying JPEGs. They listed it on the front page. He would sell the JPEGs on the front page, okay? So all these LA Vape Cabal, Broccoli Hair, Trash, Generation G, OnlyFans, subscribing scum, you beta males, just watch out. Watch out. Like, you better hope that a big scam comes out and out scams you. But they've done some pretty nasty stuff. So, like, friends, like, you're dealing with, like, these people are trash. So the people they attract are also trash like them. Short-term impulsive, can't commit to anything, always involved in JPEG casino stuff. They're what they consider long-term, friends. Long-term to them, I'm not joking, is weeks. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, that's what they think long-term is. Okay, long-term to them, holding anything is weeks. Yeah, once you hang around that, yeah. Guess what? When you're promising people the world and your trash has now attracted you, when they don't get rich in 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks after following you, and they realize that you've been making millions of dollars and they've been getting rugged and dumped on, and they keep changing JPEG casino coins every 5 seconds, they come for your blood. They eventually come for your blood. Why? Because they're losers. Instead of waking up in the morning and go, I'm a loser, I got to change my life today and stop blaming people and go fix everything. Instead of doing that, what they do is they look at like their 4 out of 10 wife or girlfriend, and she's like, what happened to that $20,000 in our bank account? And you're like, I went to put it in Soylana and the phantom wallet. That's what happens. And so at that moment, that loser, he can either tell his loved one, you know what? I'm a beta male, trash cuck loser, and I'm now going to fix it. Instead of doing that, which they don't, they say, no. It was LA Vape Cabal. It was the night worker, adult worker cabal, right? You know what I mean? It was that person, this person I follow, right? And that's what they do. They come after you. That's what happens, friends. Trash, friends, like, if you watch, I was watching, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast did an interview. He did these experiments with himself. When he hangs around what he considers A tier employees, A-level tier, he just becomes like an A tier people instead of C tier. He goes, he says you become a superhuman. He goes, you're just bouncing off everything. You're so productive. You're just hit for the higher grades. Yeah, A tier people. He goes, when you hang around C tier people, C tier, right? Employees, that they drag everyone down. They drag everyone down. They complain, not working hard enough, ethic is trash, so they blame things too much. I just can't take self-responsibility, and it really does drag everyone down. And he actually did it. He goes, when he hung around with those losers, he just became like a loser. He's like, the energy wasn't there. He just becomes scum. But then when he hangs around with the AT, he's like a whole new person. So humans, friends, we learn by osmosis and we bounce off each other. That's why, if you look at, friends, me, when I say highest value content in crypto, I not just mean it, I promise you it. Highest value content in crypto. I make sure, friends, I have a zero tolerance policy on cuckery, cuckolds, self-cuckism, soy latte, people who can't do 1x their body weight in deadlifts. I don't want any weak, okay? The weak get cold. I don't want any complainers, any whingers, yeah? And that's why whenever people come and say, but what happens when you take losses? I go, what do you mean when it happens, bro? You take the loss and you move on. What happens when you step in the kitchen and it gets too hot? Oh, you wipe the sweat off. What happens when you go outside and it's raining? Oh, you got wet. Get over it. What happens when you step into the ring and you get kicked in the nuts? Get back up, friends. You say, hey, I've still got my second nut working. That's the attitude of winning. That's abundance mindset. That means abundance mindset. I've got infinite lives. This game's never going to end. I can keep going. There's another goal. That's abundance mindset. That's winner's mindset. Loser's mindset is, I've got to go for the insider trading stuff. No, that's Soylana stuff. Loser, JPEG, new casino game tomorrow. I'm going to go blame people. That's ultimately how it comes down, friends. That's why when you have a generation of cheats, when you have a culture of cheating, it infects everyone. Now, as your captain of the friendship, all we can do is look to the future and just pray we continue this 4-year cycle magic. It doesn't feel like magic right now. It feels like a voodoo curse. I know, man. I know. But so far, like, we can't deny it. Everything has been playing out, friends, the same. Okay. However, there's something different. It is a bit of this time is different, yeah? There's been some mechanical quirks. So this was the first Bitcoin halvening year where Bitcoin dominance went up, where altcoins got obliterated beyond imagination. Yeah, it really is. So I don't know how far it's going to come back down. You never know, friends. This might be wave 1, just to get back to the Ethereum spot. Yeah, that might be wave 2. And then like it spends the next 5 years going back into this channel and then come back down. I don't know. Don't worry about that. It's outside of our control. You can't do something like that. I could tell you right now, though, I'm pretty sure in 2028, Bitcoin dominance is going to get crushed in that Bitcoin halvening year. Okay, so yeah, you make a mental note. Make sure you're long altcoins in the 4th quarter of 2027. So it's interesting how these things play out. See how people get trapped and stuff. That's why we just had too many people trying to get rich off altcoins. So Bitcoin has been strong, but it's not going to be strong forever. They come back, friends. It's just the pain that they give you beforehand. That's not necessarily something you can rely on. That's why you don't do leverage. Okay, if it's not that you picked wrong. Okay, if you over leverage, man, it's over. Yes. Yeah. Ultimately, if we're looking at everything as a whole, Bitcoin bull market is still on. Let's see where we land in the Tasty Tubes section. We've got a pro crypto administration. Like, subscribe, bit about it, and all. Catch you soon.